Enrico Fermi was an Italian-American physicist born in Rome, Italy in 1901. He was the youngest of three children. Fermi's father, Alberto, was a chief inspector of the government railways. His mother, Ida de Gattis, a schoolteacher. His middle-class parents couldn't afford to raise three children, so they sent Enrico to a farm. Farming out children was common. His farm parents were the only ones Enrico knew. He broke down when he was returned to his birth family because they were strangers to him. Scolded for crying, he was given no comfort. This incident and his father's lack of emotion may be why Enrico appeared stoic throughout his life. Enrico bonded with his brother Julio, who died when Enrico was 13. His mother became depressed and the family disconnected. During this time, Enrico found a used physics book and filled his loss with science and math. No one knew what physics was, but Fermi absorbed the knowledge. His early aptitude for math and physics was recognized by his father's colleague. Alberto Fermi's colleague, Amiti, recommended Enrico attend the University of Pisa. This early recognition of Enrico's talents set him up for success. In 1918, Enrico won a scholarship to the University of Pisa and studied under Luigi Puccianti. Within 4 years, he earned a doctoral degree in physics by the age of 21. Quantum physics wasn't well known in Italy, so Fermi studied abroad under Max Born at the University of Göttingen in Germany, using fellowships from the Italian Ministry of Public Instruction and the Rockefeller Foundation, then under Paul Ehrenfest at the State University of Leiden in the Netherlands. Enrico questioned everything and pushed the experimental envelope. His lonely childhood fostered his gifted talents. He pursued academic scholarships to attend universities due to his family's low socioeconomic status. Fermi's curiosity and focus led to the discovery of subatomic particles and quantum theory. At only 25, Enrico became a professor of theoretical physics at the University of Rome. Enrico Fermi, Werner Heisenberg, and Wolfgang Paul worked together on quantum mechanics. Enrico was nicknamed the Pope of Physics because in Rome the Pope was considered infallible, and so was Enrico Fermi. In 1928, Enrico married Lara Capone, a Jewish girl. Enrico was a member of the Fascist Party for academic benefits, not politics. Enrico was unaware that bonds between Mussolini and Hitler would soon affect his future, and that his father-in-law, wearing white, would be lost in a concentration camp in the years to come. In 1933, Enrico proposed his theory of beta decay, describing how a neutron could emit either an electron or a positron. This is incredible, considering that these particles are not visible under any microscope. Fermi was deducing information based on interactions with other particles, and as a man, this experimentation was encouraged. Fermi discovered slow neutrons, a critical step toward nuclear energy. Pictured is a setup of how Fermi isolated a neutron source, making possible the first artificial nuclear reactions. Enrico bombarded elements with neutrons and discovered new radioactive elements. This discovery won Fermi the Nobel Peace Prize in Physics in 1938. Italy was becoming unsafe for Jewish people. To keep his family safe, Fermi reached out to the U.S. and accepted a position at Columbia University. He devised a plan to escape fascist Italy. His wife and 2 children accompanied him to Stockholm, Sweden for the Nobel Prize ceremony, December 10, 1938. As a member of the Royal Italian Academy, Enrico was expected to wear his Academy attire to the awards and return to Italy. Instead, his family took a boat to England and from there escaped to New York. Then Enrico told the U.S. that German scientists Hahn and Strassmann had split atoms and were close to building a nuclear bomb. Enrico rushed to replicate the experiment. Fermi discovered that almost every chemical element could be made radioactive, giving off unending rays of energy, which led to the discovery of nuclear fission, the breaking apart of an atom's nucleus releasing energy. The term nuclear fission was coined. Enrico planned the test that made history using Columbia's cyclotron, pictured here, but he was in D.C. for a conference during the experiment. Fermi quickly became a key figure in the government's Manhattan Project. He built an atomic pile in a ball court underneath the Columbia University's football stadium and continued experimenting. In 1942, Fermi conducted the first controlled nuclear chain reaction. He used the 56-layer atomic pile to control the amount of uranium in the potential chain reaction. Calm and cool, Fermi assured the others that the reaction was safe and contained below the empty football stadium. Fermi's success made possible the development of the first atomic bomb. For 6 years, he worked with the government on top-secret projects, all while he wasn't a U.S. citizen. He became a naturalized citizen in 1944 and developed peaceful uses for nuclear reactions, including electricity, energy, motors, and medicine. Fermi furthered quantum knowledge after World War II, proposing that cosmic rays are accelerated in interstellar space by collisions with magnetic fields, known as Fermi acceleration. His telescope detected gamma rays from supernova remnants and confirmed expanding matter produces cosmic rays and much of what we know about subatomic particles today. Known for his ability to communicate complex ideas with simplicity and clarity, Fermi inspired a new generation of scientists as a physics professor at the University of Chicago. The early intervention of his father's colleague Amiti played a key role in developing Fermi's gifts and setting him up for a life of continued success. Fermi proposed his paradox about life in outer space, worked on the new cyclotron accelerator in Chicago, and was instrumental in understanding the quark structure. Today, Fermi's gifts would be best served in a talent program like Duke Tip and through grade-level acceleration. Fermi remained enthusiastic and energetic about his research throughout his life because he was always encouraged. His family followed him through all of his endeavors. The University of Chicago now has an Enrico Fermi Institute. His legacy lives on in the field of physics and his studies continue.